Hey guys, I'm going to be trying something a little different today, going a little off script here. So please bear with me. Because I am the movie guy, and I've always been interested in movies, a lot of people have asked me my whole life what my favorite movie is. And I've discovered that the older I get, the harder it is to pick a definitive favorite movie. But if someone were to ask me what my least favorite movie is, I would have the exact same answer as I did when I first saw it. The Emoji Movie. Like nothing. Now, here's some background information about me. I am not someone that typically goes out to watch bad movies. I'm not someone that also watches movies, those kind of movies, ironically, like Birdemic or Room. I'm not that kind of person. And I'm typically a pretty easy guy to please when it comes to movies. There aren't that many movies out there in the world that I hate per se. There's usually movies that I love, movies that I like, movies I think were just okay, and movies that kind of disappointed me. But nothing else came close to how much I hated the Emoji Movie. It was basically the only movie I have ever seen where I didn't laugh or chuckle or anything. I just sat there like this the entire time. So my history with this movie is that around the year that it came out, it was quickly panned and ousted from the entertainment industry. I think it went on to have a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes when it was released. I'm sure it's changed now. It won the Golden Razzie Award for Worst Picture, Worst Screenplay, and Worst Director for Tony Leondis, the guy that directed the movie. It really cleaned up. And so it was on Netflix at the time, and I was like, it can't be that bad, right? It's like maybe people are just playing out a portion. Spoiler alerts, it was. It absolutely was as bad as everyone said it was. There isn't really the plot, or lack thereof, is mostly about what goes on inside your phone when you're not looking, very Toy Story-esque. And it's mostly just an excuse to chill out different apps like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. And the plot is basically non-existent. It reminds me of it makes me think of like an idea I had for a movie when I was 7, but even then I thought it was terrible, so I quickly buried it in the recesses of my mind. It's about like how this main character, Gene, who's the meh emoji, has to always be meh, and how if you're like a emoji with a face or a feeling, you can only portray that one feeling all the time. And I'm like, why is that when you're not being picked for an emoji message? It's just so stupid. I'm putting more thought into it than they did. What really makes this movie all the more worse is that I I want there was one of the trailers for one of the movies I went to see, and it was just like the father. It was just like the dad, Matt, talking like, "I'm so excited to announce to you all our new movie, the Emoji Movie. It's almost too exciting for me to put into words." Like that was the whole trailer, and that was when my spider sense started going off, and I was like, "This is gonna be terrible, isn't it?" And that's where we also got our first taste of Patrick Stewart as the poop emoji. And I'm like, why? Why would you get out of bed and record lines in the studio for this, Patrick Stewart. If you if you'd say you did it for your kids or your grandkids, I understand a lot of famous people use that excuse, but also why? And it's not even like you don't really use them for anything except for like potty humor jokes. Like it's like as bad as having Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze, but instead of Mr. Freeze, he's Mr. Toilet. I'm trying to be not as crude here. I know there's a lot of worse words out there, but I'm trying to be more PG here. And basically, that's pretty much all there is to say about it. It's like, I'm sure there are movies out there that are objectively worse, but to me, nothing else came close to this one. And it's mind-boggling to me because Sony Animation, the company that made this, went on to make the Spider-Verse movies, Mitchell's vs. Machines, and K-pop Demon Hunters. Like when Sony Animation bounced back, they bounced back hard. They're putting Disney and DreamWorks in their place. So that's basically it. That's all I really wanted to say. I didn't really prepare much for you, so again, I'm going off script here, so that's pretty much all I have to say. See you next time.